Hello everyone. Today I will introduce you about linear algebra. Before we start our first term in foundation year, we talk about linear algebra. Linear algebra is very popular for our mathematics like calculation or something. So linear algebra can be a branch of mathematics, and it can be focused on about vector and about the map of linear equation. So what is linear algebra? And the full meaning of linear algebra is depend on to another definition. Some of other people they get that definition, and some of other people or some of other mathematicians they get another definition. But the conclusion in one definition, if before we study about linear algebra, we should be talk about the pre-calculation or the calculus. What does mean calculus? Calculus, it means something you learn about how to multiplication, how to divide, or how to subtraction or sum of our number, or we talk about the integer number or real number and so on. So, but in our this term linear algebra, I will focus you on some point like I will present on my slide. The first is talk about the system of linear equation. So in this point we should be know what is the system of linear equation. Before we get about the linear equation, what should we know first? When what become to a system of linear equation? How can we get about the system of linear equation? This is the main point which you should be know first. And the next point, I will talk about the Gaussian elimination. What does mean Gaussian elimination? Gaussian elimination is the method that we can solve about the system of linear equation by reduce row or something. So in the next point, I will explain you and I will show you about the Gaussian elimination. And the third point, we talk about the matrix structure and operation. Matrix structure, it means that we talk about kind of matrix, what is the dimension of the matrix, and operation of matrix, how about many operations are there in about matrix. And the point 4, we will talk about the matrix multiplication. How can we multiply matrix between matrix or matrix with the scalar? What does mean a scalar in here? And the point 5, we talk about the matrix transposes. Matrix transpose, what does mean matrix transpose? And the third point, we talk about the matrix and determinant and inverse. So when you know the matrix, how can you find about the determinant and how you find the inverse of the matrix? And the 7th point, we talk about how to solve the system of linear equation using matrix. Example, when you have another system of linear equation, they don't want you to solve about this linear equation by reduce row or by substitute other variable or by subtraction or by summation or addition. So they want you to use about the matrix. How can you solve about the system of linear equation by using matrix? In our term, I will show you this method also. And the next point, we talk about the elementary matrix. What is elementary matrix? And the 9th point, we talk about the vector space. What is the vector space? And The tense, we talk about how to find about the eigenvalue and eigenvector. In this point, eigenvalue and eigenvector is very popular for telecommunication. So other students which they study about telecommunication or study about ICT, eigenvalue and eigenvector is more popular for them, is especially in telecommunication. When you know about how to find the eigenvalue and how to find the eigenvector, what does mean the eigenvalue and what does mean eigenvector, you will know the problem and you can solve how to solve other problem in your field likely. And point 11, we talk about the linear transformation. What is linear transformation? And the 12, we talk about the geometric transformation. So this term, the first term, we should be study on 12 points. Talk about the system of linear equation, Gaussian elimination, matrix structure and operation. We talk about the matrix multiplication. We talk about the matrix transpose, matrix determinant and inverse matrix. And solve the system of linear equation by using matrix, elementary matrix, vector space, eigenvalue and eigenvector, linear transformation and geometric transformation. This is the point which we study on term 1, in term 1. So the next, before we study about the system of linear equation, I want to show you about the historical of linear algebra. What is the linear algebra and why we study about linear algebra in our field. We are all familiar with linear equation. You know linear equation? Linear equation of the form y equal mx plus c. Y equal mx plus c. Sometimes they write about the form ax plus by plus c equals 0, where x and y are variable and the other letter represent to the constant. This equation represents straight line on two-dimensional Cartesian planes. So this is only two-dimension. Why it is two-dimension? Because it has only two variables, variable x and variable y. If we have variable x and y, we can draw about the graph or the coordinate is x prime 0 and y prime 0 and y and x prime and x. So this is two dimension because it has only two variables x and y. We can call about Cartesian plane or two dimension. And this line is linear equation because it is the straight line. We know already about the y, the line y equal to 2x plus 2. This is only example. If x equals 0, we got y is equal to 2. When y equals 0, we got x equal to minus 1. So this is the straight line. This is our straight line of our linear equation. So on straight line, we have many of our solution on here. This point is the solution of this line and this point also. So we can find about the root of this equation have many solutions on this line. Because the straight line can be get from another point that goes straight. So we have many points go straight. When we connect each point each other, we get about the straight line. So straight line can be get from another point, from another straight point. And the next and the other, we just in this course we consider linear equation in high dimension. High dimension, we talk about the linear equation in 3 variable or 4 variable. So when we know about the linear equation in 3 variable or 4 variable, we just get some system of linear equation, likely our linear equation. And how they can be represented using the matrix. We will study the property of matrix. They are used in solving system of linear equation and concept of vector space. These things are all part of the branch of mathematics called linear algebra. So we can say that linear algebra is the branch of mathematics that study about the vector space, concept of vector space, study about solving system of linear equation, study about the property of the matrix, and so on. This is the meaning of linear algebra. So when they ask you what is linear algebra mean? Linear algebra is a branch of mathematics that focus on study about property of matrix. They are used in solving system of linear equation and the concept of vector space. This is the meaning of linear algebra. And linear algebra is fundamental to all modern technology by using the basic for all computer science. Its application extend to engineering, physics, natural science, analytic, geometry, and economics. So we can write linear algebra can be used in science, in economics, and in engineering. How can we use linear algebra in science? How can we use linear algebra in engineering? And how can we use linear in geometry or in economic? This is the application of linear algebra. And this is Carl Gauss. He was born in 1777 and he was died in 1855. Historical note, so this is Carl Friedrich Gauss was born in, like I told you, he was born in Braunschweig, now is a part of Germany. His parents were very poor and his mother could not read and write. So she then record about the death of Gauss' birth. And this is the point of Gauss himself worked out this birthday from his mother, remembering that he was born on Wednesday, 8 days before the feast of Ascension. It means that a Christian celebration which occurred 40 days after Easter. The same time, Gauss found a method to finding the date of Easter in both past and future year. Gauss was a child prodigy. What does mean prodigy? Prodigy is wonder person or person of something. Person of something, it means that the person who research, who know about everything. At the age of 10, Gauss' teacher said his class has adding up the number between 1 and 100. Expecting the student to take a long time, the teacher was surprised when Gauss derived a formula to solve about the problem and present his correct solution in a few minutes. Gauss started university at age of 15. He attended for 3 years. His tuition was paid for by the Duke of Brunswick. Who had heard Gauss's mathematical talent, his greatest work? Disquisition arithmetic was complete when he was 21 years old or 21 years old. When it was published 3 years later, it was dedicated to the Duke. The Duke, it means that the city that he was born. Gauss made many mathematical discoveries during his doctoral study. They include fundamental theory of algebra, which provide in 4 different ways, and metric method for solving of linear equation, which were now called Gaussian elimination. Gaussian elimination, and the next we have Gauss-Jordan elimination. Gauss-Jordan, it means that Professor Jordan, he take the method of Gauss to be continued for the easy one. So he put this method is Gauss-Jordan elimination. And I will tell you likely about this one. In this case, the first which we talk about the system of linear equation. What is the system of linear equation? Before we study about linear equation, we should know about the linear equation. Linear equation is the equation that have form x1, a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus until to an xn equal b. So b is the constant, and a1, a2 until an is the coefficient, and x1, x2 and until xn is the variable. Is a linear equation in the variable of x1, x2 until xn, where a1, a2 and an are and b are constants. For example, 2x equals 3, 4y equals 7, and 3x minus y equals 4 are all linear equations. x1 equals c1, x2 equals c2, and xn equals cn is a solution of linear equation. a1 x1 plus s2 x2 plus until sn xn equal b. If this value of variable together satisfy the equation. For example, consider the linear equation of x1 plus 2x2 plus minus 3x3 equal 8. So if we get x1 equal 3, x2 equal 4, and x3 equal 1 is a solution of this equation because it is satisfy the left hand side and the right hand side is equal each other. And if we get x1 equal minus 1, x2 equal minus equal 3, and x3 equal minus 1 is a solution of this equation because it is satisfy all. Also the left hand side and the right hand side is equal each other. There are actually in infinite number of solutions of this equation. They have the form x equal to 8 minus 2s plus 3t, x2 equal to s, and x3 equal to t, where s and t belong to all. So this equation we can solve it in the real number. Real number is in we led by all. All it means that we take from the minus infinity to the positive infinity. This is the real number. So linear equation we can solve in real number have many solutions, but they can solve this in z, integer number. How can we find this solution in integer number? So this is very difficult than this one. And the set of solution of linear equation is called the solution set. The solution set for linear equation can be often by written in many different forms. For example, the solution set of x1 plus 2x2 minus 3x3 equal 8 can be also written in x1 equal s, x2 equal t, and x3 equal s plus 2t minus 8 over 3. So you can check about this solution. The first we have this solution, x is equal to this one, and the next, this equation, the same equation of this one, we can write in another form of our solution. We can write this one, x1 equal to s equal to t, and x3 equal to like this one. This is many, or you can let by x1 equal t, x2 equal s, or something. We can find about x3. This is the solution of our linear equation. Solution of our linear equation, it depends on to our letting when we solve about linear equation in real number. And example, find the solution of this one. A, we have x minus 3y equal 1, and b 2x minus x2 plus 4x3 equal 11. The first solution, we learned about y equal to t. This one for exercise A, and exercise B we let x1 equal s and x3 equal t. So we got x minus 3t equal 1, and 2s minus x2 plus 4t equal to 11. So we got x equal to 1 plus 3t, and 2s plus 4t minus 11 equal to x2. The solution is set of x1 like this one, and another one like this is the general solution, or the set solution of question A. This is the solution of the question B. And the next we talk about the system of linear equation. Why we call this one is the system of linear equation? This question, why we call this one is the system of linear equation? So please remember that linear equation, some in our country just write in the curly brackets, or at the book they don't write in curly bracket. It means that when they mapping about more linear equation each other, it means that they call it the system of linear equation. So the system of linear equation can be from more linear equation joined together, from 2 linear equation, 3 linear equation, 4 linear equation each other. We call that this is the system of linear equation. This system linear equation that have this one is the equation 1, equation 2, and the equation m. So this linear equation we can write that have m equation, or have m linear equation, but have from x1 to xn. So it means that have n variable. Because it start from x1 to xn, it means that they have n variable, x1, x2, x3 until to xn. So this equation have m equation and n variable. Please remember about this point. And is an m cross n. system of linear equation which consists of m equation in n unknown. Unknown it means n variable. x1, x2, x3 until to xn. If like x1 equal to c1, x2 equal to c2, xn equal to cn, is a solution of the system of linear equation. If this value satisfy all m equation, the simultaneously, for example, consider the system 2x1 minus x2 plus 4x3 equal 11. x1 plus x2 minus x3 equal to 2. When we give the value of x1, x2 and x3, x1 equal 3, x2 equal minus 1 and x3 equal 1. Satisfy the equation 1. It means that we take this value to satisfy in the equation 1. It means that we have 2 multiplied by 3 minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 plus 4 multiplied by 1 equal to 11. This is the correct. But we take this value to use in to certify or to substitute in the equation 2. It means that we have 3 minus 1 minus 3 equal to minus 1 is opposite of 2 because our equation is equal to 2. It means that we have minus 1 equal 2. 1 equal 2, it is not true. This is the opposite of our mathematical theory. No one or the negative cannot be equal to the positive number. So x1 equal 3, x2 equal minus 1, x3 equal 1 is satisfy only equation 1, but equation 2 it is not satisfied. So this value cannot be the solution of this equation. If this value can be the solution of the equation, it means that this value substitute in equation 1 is true and substitute in equation 2 also true. If another one is not true, it means that it is not the solution of this equation. And about x1, x2, x3, x1 equal 3, minus 1 and 1 is not a solution of this system. But when we take x1 equal 11 over 3, x2 16 over 3 and x3 equal 2, this value of this solution, when we substitute in equation 1 and equation 2, it is satisfied. It's truly 11 equal to 11 and minus 1 equal to minus 1. So this is the solution of our system. This is the solution of our system. And the next, not an m cross n system of linear equation is inconsistent. It means that the system is inconsistent if it has no solution. So inconsistent, it means that has no solution. And the next point, consistent, if have a lot of solution and have only one solution, they call trivial solution. Inconsistent, it means that doesn't have solution. Consistent, that it has at least one solution. At least one solution, it means that have more solution. 1, 2 or 3 solution in here. This is the at least, the meaning of at least one solution. So please remember about what does mean inconsistent and what does mean consistent. For example, consider the system. The system. If divide 2 by 2, it means that divide equation 2 divided by 2, we got x plus 2y equal to 3.5. This is inconsistent with equation 1 because equation 1 is x plus 2y equal to 3. But equation 2, x plus 2y equal to 3.5. This one sometimes equal to 3 and another point equal to 3.5. So it is not satisfy each other. This one x plus 2y, x plus 2y equal 3 and this one equal to 3.5. So 3 equal to 3.5 or not? No, it is not equal. So it is not, this equation we can say is inconsistent. And we say that no solution. And M cross N system of linear equation is homogeneous. Homogeneous if bi equals 0. It means that if homogeneous, I can write like a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3. I just only 3 variable or 3 unknown equal to 0. If the equation, the right hand side or the left hand side is have coefficient and the variable, and the right hand side is equal to 0, so we can write this linear equation, we can call linear equation is homogeneous, like homogeneous equation. This is the meaning of homogeneous. But the right hand side beside of 0, it is not homogeneous. We can call linear equation. If a system of homogeneous, then x1 equal to x2 equal to until xn equal to 0 is always a solution. It is not necessarily the only solution. Example, when we have x1 plus x2 minus x3 equals 0, x2 minus x3 equals 0, and 2x1 minus x2 plus x3 equals to 0 is a homogeneous system of linear equation. Not an M cross N system of linear equation is underspecified if has no unknown then equation like M more than M. It means that the unknown more than equation. You have 3 equations, but you have unknown is 4. Example, 3 equation and 4 variable. So this is we call underspecified. And overspecified if has more equation than unknown. Under it means that equation lower or equation is lower than unknown. Or overspecified, it means that unknown smaller than equation. For example, this is underspecified because the unknown is more than the equation. We have only 2 equations, but we have 3 unknown. So we can call it underspecified. Is underspecified. So what is the Achman matrix or Achman matrix? Sometimes some book they write AM. AM in matrix it means that Achman matrix. What does mean Achman matrix? Achman matrix is a system of M cross N linear equation can be written as rectangle array of M by N plus 1. Number of by leaving out plus N equal to sign and the variable. We call this Archman matrix AM. We let by AM. A is Archman and M is matrix. The general system, if we have about the system of linear equation, M equation and N were variable. So we can convert from this system of linear equation to the AM. It means that Archman matrix. So Archman matrix, it means that we just take only coefficient of our system to write in the rectangle array or to write in the bracket. So this is Archman matrix. For example, this system. So when we have about this system of linear equation, we can convert from this system linear equation to Archman matrix. So we just write only the coefficient of the variable into the bracket or into the rectangle array. This is called about AM. And exercise. This is only exercise. Explain why each the following is not linear equation. So why this is not linear equation? This is not linear equation. Tell them wise. 2. Find the solution set of. So they want us to find about this solution. This one, write down the system of linear equation corresponding to Archman matrix and state if the system is underspecified. So you should be remember about the word of underspecified and overspecified. Underspecified, it means that the equation is unknown, is more than equation. Overspecified, it means that the equation is more than unknown. This is, you can convert from Archman to the matrix. And what is the, if the system is underspecified, write down the Archman matrix of the system of linear equation. This is convert from this system of linear equation to the Archman matrix. For what the value of A belong to O, does the system have no solution, infinitely many solutions, exactly one solution? So which one? This is all the exercise that they want to ask you to write about this one. Gaussian elimination. In previous year, we have solved about 2x2 system of linear equation by elimination, or in grade, maybe grade 10, in grade 10 or grade 9. In grade 9, we solved about this system of linear equation by elimination. So using the method of elimination, we know we can. The first interchange about the equation called swapping. With swapping, we can change row 1 to row 2 or row 2 to row 1. This one, we change each other. And replace an equation any non-zero multiplication itself called scaling. So we can multiply non-zero of this equation in each equation. We call about scaling. Example, equation 1 we multiply by 3 by minus 3 equal to minus 6x minus 3y equal 3. And then replace an equation by multiply itself plus 2 multiple of another equation called pivoting. Pivoting, it means that we find about the x or y in here. If we replace the second equation by twice second equation minus first equation, so we got this one minus 7y equal to 35. So we got our solution. This is only the solution which we solve. So the principle of sweeping scaling of pivot are applied arrangement matrix as elementary row operation. We can hence interchange row, replace any row by non-zero multiple of itself, replace any row by itself plus a multiple of another row. This is the element row operation. Does not change the solution of the system. So when we by addition or we do by elimination and we do by about the elementary row is also the same solution, got the same solution of our system equation. For example, this one when we convert from the system to the AM, we interchange about the row like I show you on the screen. So we can get about our solution like last time, like our solve by elimination. So when we solving about 2 by 2 system of linear equation, to solve 2 by 2 system of linear equation by row reduction, we aim to obtain a 0 in the bottom left corner arrangement matrix. This equivalent to eliminate x1 from the corresponding equation. So the first we should be eliminate x1, the next eliminate x2, and the next eliminate x3 depend on to our equation and depend on to our unknown variable. Example this one there. So the first they convert phi to 0. Eliminate phi to 0, this one, by to this one. 2 or 2 minus phi or 1 equal 2. So 2 or 2 minus phi or 1 is equal to 0. And then like this one. Use row 2. So we take this row 2. This is row 2. This one is equal to 14 because this 4, 3. So minus 70 or minus 7y equal to 14. So we got y equal to minus 2. Substitute into row 1, we got x equal to 5. So the solution is equal x equal 5 and y equal to minus 2. This is the solution of our equation. So you can check solution by substitute into the original. So when you want to know this one true or false of this equation, you can take this value to substitute in our original system. So we got like equation 1 is true, equation 2 is true. It means that certify the left hand side and the right hand side is equal each other. So this is the solution of this system equation. Intersect line. Intersect line, it means that we have only one solution. This is, we have only one solution. This is intersection line. Parallel line has no solution because it doesn't have the cross point. And the coincident line, it means that in redundant each other, so we have infinitely or we have more solution. This is the meaning. Only one solution is intersecting point or line. Parallel line is no solution. Coincident line is more solution or infinity solution. This is the meaning of have one solution, no solution, and infinity solution. So has no solution we can call inconsistent. More solution we can call about inconsistent. And one solution we can call trivial solution. And this is also exercise of our this one. Consider the system of linear equation. Write the system in Archman matrix. Replace the second row with the second row minus 12 of first row and solve the equation. So you should be do by one by one of this one. By inspection, decide whether pair of line is intersecting, parallel or coincident, and state the number of solution of this system. Like I show you, intersection point, parallel line or coincident line. And the next is use elementary row operation to solve. So they want you to use elementary row operation. What is the elementary row operation? And consider the system. Explain why are there infinitely many solutions. Why? Try to solve the system using elementary row operation. Explain what happened. And let y equal to t belong to O. So the system in terms of t, or let s or something. So you should be used by this point. And the next, solve about growth 3 system of linear equation. This is can be right in Archman matrix. We can change about another one, right in this point. Like this one. The first we convert from row 2 and row 3 of column 1 to be 0, like this one. And then you convert row 3 and column 2 to be 0, like this one. So we can find about the solution of our exercise or our system of linear equation. Z equal to -1, y equal to 4, and x equal to 2. So the solution is x equal to, y equal to 4, and z equal to -1. So you can check the solution by substitute into the original equation. If h equals 0 and I beside 0, the third row means x0, 0x1 plus 0x2 plus 0x3 equal I. So this case is no solution. The system is inconsistent. Like our this system, this one, it means that the right hand side is 0. Right hand side, the left hand side is 0, and the right hand side is 1. So this equation, it is not true. It means that 0 equal to 5. It is not true. So it is not true. We can refer to this system equation has no solution. We can call it inconsistent. It is inconsistent. And another point, like this one, if the row 3 is 0 and left hand side is 0, left hand side 0 and the right hand side is 0. It means that 0 is equal to 0. 0 equal to 0, it means that has consistent. Consistent, it means that has at least one solution. Have one solution, two solution, or so on. This is the meaning of our system of linear equation have no solution and have at least one solution by using elementary row operation. This is our checking, and also this one. This one is no solution also, because the right hand side and the left hand side it is not equal each other. If A beside 29, if A equal 29 is consistent. If A beside 29 is inconsistent. This is the meaning of this one, because it is refer to the value of A. If A 29 and 29 minus 29 is 0, 0 equals 0 is consistent. But A beside 29 equal A 25 minus 29 beside 0. So 0 equal another number. It is not true. So it is not true. This system of equation is inconsistent or no solution. This is some exercise of solve the system of linear equation by row reduction or to echelon form. Echelon form, it means that elementary row. This one consider and row reduce the system of echelon form or something. Reduce this one. And reduce row echelon form. We have seen how elementary row operation can be used to reduce echelon matrix to echelon form. We can use for the row operation to convert echelon matrix into form from which of the solution can be read by inspection. Any row contain all the row in place at the bottom. For every other row, the first or leading non-zero element is 1. The row which is contain non-zero element are ordered according to the position of the leading one. Every column contain a leading one has 0 elsewhere. For example, this matrix is row echelon form. This one is the first. Non-zero, the first is 1. Is 1. This is a row echelon form. Row echelon form, that means this one. This is a row echelon form. Row echelon form. Row echelon form, and the first is a row echelon form. This one is 0. So this is the row echelon form. Example, or we can write 1 0 1 1 2 0 0 1 2 1 0 0 0 1 1. This is echelon form. But when we write 1 0 1 1 2 0 2 1 1 2 0 1 0 0 1 1 2, it is not row echelon because this one is not 1. It's 2, it is not row echelon, but this is 1 is row echelon. Please remember about this one. This is row echelon form. This matrix are in reduced row echelon form. This is the first of it start from number 1. This is 1. This is 1 1 1 1 1. It is row echelon form. The pivot are set. The system procedure which is this is consists they want you to use about calculator, so I don't want to use about calculator to find this one. I want you to find about echelon form by this one. This is the exercise of our equation by Gaussian elimination of system reduced row echelon. And the next, the last point is we talk about the homogeneous equation. We have seen this homogeneous equation of linear equation or constant term 0. So we get about the last point of B, not B1, B2 to Bn, we just equal to 0 all. This is about the system of linear equation, or we can call about homogeneous system linear equation. All homogeneous system have the trivial solution x1 equal to x2 equal to x3 until xn equals 0. If a homogeneous system of linear equation is underspecified, so it has more unknown than equation, then it has infinity many solution. It means that underspecified, it means that more unknown than the system, more unknown than the equation. So our system is many solution. Example, this homogeneous, yeah. This one is the unknown is more than equation. 4 unknown but 2 equation. So this, it has a many solution. This is under specified. But this one is 3 unknown and 4 equation. This is over specified. It also has about 0. If over specified, it means that it has x1 equal x2 equal to x3 equal to 0. But under specified is more solution. Please remember about this one. This is the exercise of briefly explain why the following system of homogeneous equation have non-trivial solution. Which one is non-trivial solution and why it is non-trivial solution? Explain about this one. And solve the following homogeneous system of linear equation. So they want you to solve about all the equation. This is about the exercise. So I will in this point I just skip about the linear equation and the system of linear equation. But please remember about what is linear equation and what is the system of linear equation. How can we solve about linear equation and how can we solve about the system of linear equation. Please watch this video, be carefully, and when we meet each other in our meeting room or in our class, I will ask you some point in our video. And the last point, thank you very much for your watching this video, and please be confident on yourself to be watch this video and to not about some point which you don't know in this video, and you can ask me when you meet each other in our room. Thank you very much for your watching this video, and I will produce some video for the next point for you, the next point of our lesson for you. Thank you very much. See you on our